Hmm. Fear and courage. Courage is not the absence of fear. Courage is facing fear full on, having the the balls, as it were, to kind of, instead of running away or hiding from the fear, to fully face it, shine light on it, embrace it almost. Um, some of the bravest people I've ever met, and I'm an ex-soldier, bravest people I've met are, you wouldn't think there's anything of them. They're little guys and perhaps wear glasses, but when it really comes to it, they're the guys at the front. They're the ones that are still standing there, and it's the big, brave macho types. They're the ones that crack. Generalization. So fear's kind of interesting because we're fearful of fear. We're always trying to kind of limit any exposure to it, and limit the possibility of having to face it, let alone given the tools how to face it, what it's about. But the funny thing is, the fear is actually such an immense gift because the fear is actually pointing or hiding something important. And by turning away from it or not daring to go there, we miss the point. The fear is hiding, disguising, trying to deflect us away from something super essential. Um, Interesting. For example, many times in my life, I've not wanted to go into a situation and simply avoid it for fear of looking like an idiot or fear of failure. And yet, when at some later stage, when I've actually gone into that fear, I found that it was basically based on very little, probably something from childhood, and the the release of energy, the energy that had been tied up in that fear before, was more, that gave me more energy to live a more genuine life with, enjoy life more, that much more. And perhaps the journey, as it's described, is an ever deeper process of facing our fears deeper and deeper, as we face one level of fear and successfully navigate our way through that. It doesn't mean to say our job done. That fear is likely to come back again at some point under some kind of duress or stress situation. But also it takes us down into it, like the next level of fear, like some game. And especially in the arena of relating and relationships, our deepest fears are locked up in relating. Our deepest woundings were created probably at the hands of our mothers, unconsciously. In some moment they weren't able to be really there for us. So our deepest wounding is created in our first and primal relationship. And that wounding has been the basis of our personality ever since, whilst we're unconscious. And that specific wounding has had to show up again in every successive relationship, as an adult especially. And the deeper we succeed in going into relationship, the deeper fears show themselves, the deeper wounding. If we don't face the fear at that level, especially in relationship, we get out, we leave each other rather than really go into what's this about with each other. You've noticed probably how the same fear will come back again in successive relationships until we choose to face that fear. What is it? And that fear is the pointer, is the gift is the fear, because without the fear, we wouldn't get to the place where we get to see, from a place of presence, I actually have a choice here. I can go into it. I can, with my hopefully my increased understanding and wisdom, I can dare to go into that field with everything that it that entails. But it's given me a gift that I can live life more richly with. Anyway, sitting on the stairs, my arse is getting numb and the tea's getting cold. So I guess I'll see you tomorrow. Another moment. Bye bye.